Alright, hello everyone. It's been a while. I haven't been making anything. If anyone's ever had a job that sucks the life out of them, you understand why. So, finally getting back on it. So I want to go over the things I have been making. My latest flight of fancy is my steampunk books. Same closures as my dragon books, the latch. I've also started doing a different page style. So this is a photo album page, and what this is I took a piece of paper in here and use this as a template to cut out your photo, slide your photo in, and then trim it. You know, maybe pull it out just a tiny bit, trim it, push it the rest of the way in. And so you don't have to go through me to get a custom photo album. You can load your own. I've also been having fun with these flaps. It's a new thing for me. So, I'll leave that loose. I've been playing with eyes. I thought the black would be dramatic, but it turns out in this one it's lost. So I figured out a hinge, a simple hinge for those. Attaches with a magnet. You hear that click? I love that click. I've also started doing tentacles because I love tentacles. How fun are these? Yeah, so it's kind of Cthulhu-esque. And I've also been doing portholes. Now, I do lockets with these. And nail polish makes everything more difficult. So this is the front of the locket, again with the octopus eye inside. And this is the back of the locket, which I actually like the back plainer portion better. Let me know what you think. But how cool is that? I love that. Easy open, easy close. So I literally pry half the housing off and then embed this in the locket. This is probably my favorite one right here because of this tentacle right there. So I've been having a lot of fun with steampunk covers and tentacles because we all have our favorite fascinations. This is another one that is a photo album. It's got the flaps and some hidden pockets because why not? Actually, no, this is a journal page. This is a journal page with a lot of tag pages. That's what this one is. So, yeah. Loving these. Loving these. Alright. And my new thing is, so you notice on a lot of them, I've got these little divots, and I just have to be careful not to get paint in them. Well, I found a better way than just making little divots beforehand. I take these and I embed them in the covers. Here's one I did for myself. And you use the gold ones. And what you do is you pry them out. So the ones you want out, or the ones that are going to come out on their own, are going to be your access points. If I'm stubborn. It's kind of hard to get them out, but they do pop out on their own a little bit. So that's what they're supposed to do. So you get this really cool black empty hollow point. I don't know if you can see that. Right there? Am I on camera? I can't tell. My phone is flat. Anyway, so you get this really cool look here. And that is, I like that better than this one. These are a little small and it's hard to keep paint out of them. Gotta be really careful. And then this one, I've got 3 of them out already. I'm trying to decide which ones I want to pop out or if I want to leave them to pop out on their own. Because it's just, I like the look. I like the look. So these are made with the same sculpt, epoxy clay, 2-part clay. And I just make them up and I embed them in. I should probably pry some of these out too, but I'll leave it. Anyway, these tend to stay unless you put a lot of effort to getting them out. These take less effort to get out because these are little metal balls and they are meant to pop away and leave you with that cool divot. So this one, I kind of went nuts on. I went regular on the back and I went a little crazy on the front because I got super excited. And this is actually for L.E., Laura E. Excuse me. So, standard back, steampunk front. She wanted a steampunk cover. And she wanted the monkey's paw. So custom marbled paper from an artisan in Israel. And I did the monkey's paw here. This is size 7 font, so this is perfectly legible. Even if you have to wear glasses, you should still be able to read this. So, and then in here, I did a little monkey paw. How fun is that? So you got the porthole, you got the steampunk look, and steampunk look, and the latch, of course. I still need to put this on a hanger. And you got a story that my customer in particular asked for. So yeah, so this is, like I said, this is the one I've done for myself. I'm going to turn this into a little book. I'm actually contemplating whether I want to keep it and be greedy, or if I want to put it in the shop, because I don't do many books this size, so I kind of need some in the shop. But I put a little heart in this one with a peacock colored background, because why not? I like that shade. I hardly ever get to use that shade, and I was like, I'm going for it. So yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with these steampunk books, and oh, these little buggers just don't want to come out easily. There we go, there we go. Yeah, so finally got one. Had to work on that for a while. But yeah, you can see that beautiful little black divot right there. I love that. That is great. It's just so crisp. And it's not lightened at all by getting paint inside, so yeah. You can have them in and have the bolts in place, or rivets, or you can have them popped out, and I can't get that one. I'll get it later. And have this really cool hollow, so I like that better, I think, than the ones I just make with a tool. Though, well, they look reasonably similar. It's just these tend to have paint in them. And then I darken them up when I do the black wash to age it. Yeah. So the other thing I've been doing is, so my standard book block. This is a sewn book block. I don't normally do sewn book blocks. I like the thicker, sturdier, easier to turn page, but sometimes you need to do regular weight paper. So this is kind of, it's not smooth, it's not flush, it's a bit ragged. I find that appealing, it's part of the charm, but I've been playing with plowing the pages, which is when you cut them even, and gilding, which is a new thing for me. I've been trying to work out how to do it for years, and I've found a way, watching loads and loads of tutorials, and finally found one that worked on this scale. So here's another test one that I did on regular weight paper, printer paper. I never recommend using printer paper, white printer paper for a tiny book. It's not acid free. But this one, I left the edges ragged here and then went flush on this one. And then after I did it, I realized I cut it a little too snug. So this is going to be one of my, excuse me, this is going to be one of my discount books, I think. If I have a book that's flawed in the make, I think I'm just going to put it on the rack as a discount book. So less expensive, still cool looking, but not perfect by my standards. So it's like, not that one. Where'd it go? Ah, so like this one here. This one, my resin reacted with my sealant on the paper and didn't adhere properly, so it started to lift a little bit right in this area. This is a beautiful cover, but it's one I considered flawed, so I am still going to make it up as practice for my making the Celestial book, but it is going to be one of my discounted for being imperfect books. Still, turned out really well. It's actually one of 3 I made. 3 or 4? 3, I think. I made for a particular customer, and I let her choose the one she liked the best. So, anyway, that's what's going on with me lately. Working with new things. Finally got back to it. You know how it is. Work drains you, and you don't have much juice left for creativity. So, I'm actually going to be taking these 4 into the shop today, as soon as I package them. This worked, but it just lacks a little something, so I'm going to come up with something better. Anyway, bye!